ever been assigned a task that no one else wants to do? Usually it's something boring, like monotonous paperwork that requires much time, that might look useless task and may lead to your demotivation and procrastination. Have you been in such a trap? Just raise your hand. Yeah, I see. The same happened to me 5 years ago when I worked as volunteer of People's Deputy, assisting People's Deputy. Today, I would like to share my experience how boring tasks can be transformed to something that matters with communication and mutual initiatives. At the beginning, my colleague said, Yulia, you're so enthusiastic. You have great communication skills. We need your help. Okay, I'm always ready to help. What is my task? This task is not very difficult, but very important. You need to sign copyright agreements between authors and the publisher of the photo book. Okay, do you have the list of these people and their contacts? I will do it. The thing is that you have only 3 books and the poems underlined. We don't have contacts of these people. You need to find them. Okay, how many people should I find without contacts? Approximately 20, but it seems to me that you will do your best and you'll find them. Okay, I will do my best. How much time do I have? You need to do it as soon as possible because this book is already published. Wow. It seems to me that my enthusiasm was not that high at the beginning, but I already told that I will help and I have good communication skills. What can I do? I just decided to jump on this work. First of all, I looked through the poems and created the list of authors that should be found. After that, I started to find their contacts. At the first glance, it sounded impossible. It looked impossible, and I worked like a Sherlock Holmes. I managed to do that. I found a lot of people in social networks, in websites of different organizations, and I also asked other publishers to share their contacts. But I was so worried about their reaction on the information that their poems are already published in the book, but the publisher hadn't even asked the permission to use their intellectual property yet. That's why I was preparing for the worst case scenario and started to discover more information about poets and their works. To tell the truth, I was charmed about their creative activity. I realized that these people are really socially active. Luckily, the first person I managed to reach was the member of National Union of Writers of Ukraine, the co-founder of the portal Ukrainian Woman, and the great author Tetiana Chereporoganich. Her reaction on the information that her poem is published without permission in the book was super positive, and we agreed to meet. She told me about her projects and her plans to organize the poetry meeting with the free microphone. She invited me. I agreed and proposed to invite all authors from my list to her meeting and to present them their books instead of sending them by post. She liked the idea. This is where the mutual initiative started. As Victor Hugo told, initiative is doing the right thing without being told. From that point, the boring task was transformed to the invention that occupied all my thoughts. I started to call all authors one by one, explaining them the need to sign contracts, asking them their personal data and addresses, inviting them to the poetry meeting in Kiev, and promising them a photo book as a present. I was pleased that all authors were happy to hear such news and started to work more on the preparation of this meeting together with Tatiana, because the majority of authors were ready to come to Kiev to the patriotic poetry meeting that we called Ukraine, Your Nation Will Never Be Defeated. It's often said that initiative is punishable. Yes. If you initiate something, it requires much effort. To find the proper place for the meeting, ask for the sponsorship to fit in budget, to organize audio and video, to write down all data agreements, to coordinate everything, to send invitations, and so on. A lot of work to do. At the same time, I had the chance to communicate with people I would never had a chance to talk to if I had not been assigned such a boring task. I just felt in love with the poetry of modern Ukrainian writers that I never knew before. I'm still admiring and following these people in social networks. I coordinated everything with Tatiana, the main organizer of the event. She was very flexible. She supported my ideas for the poetry meeting. When she sent me a draft of the agenda, I liked it so much. And then she proposed me to be a host. Wow, I was super excited. It was a great surprise for me because she was supposed to be a host. I was really honored and started to prepare. American journalist Napoleon Hill told, initiative is an essence of success. I totally agree. With mutual initiatives, we managed to share our visions, ideas, and feelings. This poetry meeting was prepared with enthusiasm and love, and it was a success. There was a great scenario with patriotic music, short movie, presentation of photo book, presents, incredible poems, and free microphone. But the best was the gratitude of the authors and the spirit of the meeting. That was my first experience of organizing and hosting an event that matters. I will never forget it. I would like to share the screen and to show how this meeting was conducted. And here's my task. I had 3 books that I needed to find authors from. Then here's the organizer, Tatiana, that helped me and supported me. Here am I am hosting the meeting. And here are creative people that I admire so much. And here are the people that came, the authors that came from different parts of Ukraine to participate in that meeting, and we're very happy to be there. I would like to sum up with the words of the vice president of Yahoo. Initiating is really and truly difficult. And that's what leaders do. They see something that others are ignoring and jump on it. Remember, your initiative may require an effort and time. It might seem punishable, boring, but when you do a right thing that someone else is still ignoring, you are on the right way to success. The result is worth an effort. Be initiative.